Yo, welcome back everybody, back with another YouTube video. Man, based by the title, man, you already know this story did not have a good ending. But yeah, man, like I said, I'm gonna be coming with the consistent uploads, man. No more 5 to 6 month uploads. But yeah, man, without further ado, let's get right into the story. So this is actually a really recent story. This goes back to November, like the beginning of November. And me and my friend, for the sake of this video, we're gonna call him Jake. So me and Jake were planning on having a sleepover that night, well, our final sleepover, because he was moving out. He was moving to a different state, and we just we were gonna try to make the best out of that night. Little did I know, man, that shit just ended horribly. So I had a little event happening. I forgot what it was exactly. So I showed up to his house a little late. I showed up to his house at like 10. So, a little bit of a rough start, but it's okay because, we're going to have a good night, right? I don't think so, man. But, me and him are just chilling, and then we get the idea, hey, man, let's get fucking blazed. Let's get zooted. Let's get fried as fuck. Let's get as fried as we possibly can tonight. And he, I'm not gonna lie, I was the one that made that idea up. So he was on board with it. He's like, look, as long as I don't have to smoke and I eat an edible, I'm good. So, I hit up one of my other homeboys. I'm not even gonna give him a name because he's not really relevant for this story. But hit up one of my other homeboys. I'm like, hey, trying to slide me an edible. He slides it to me, and I get it. And we go back to this dude's house. We go back to Jake's house. And without hesitation, I didn't know how strong that edible was. One red flag. He didn't tell me how strong it was. Second red flag. Uh, third red flag. Well, not really a red flag, but third one part was yeah, I told Jake, I'm like, hey, take less than half, take like a quarter of it and see how you feel. And before I can get that sentence off, half of it's already in his mouth. I'm like, fuck. He's like, what's happening? I'm like, look, I don't know exactly how strong it was. He said it's not that strong, but your tolerance is pretty low. And I'm not gonna lie, when some plugs say that the fucking edible isn't that strong, it turns out to be strong as fuck. So you gotta be careful. He's like, I'll be fine. I just took half. I'm like, all right, I'm just a little paranoid, but just let's just do like that. So I go back out. Actually, no. I go to the store with Jake and my other homeboy. We go to the 7-Eleven down where I used to live. And we buy some snacks. I buy some Zaw, some other dude that he knew. Bro, it was, I'm not gonna lie, bro, it was quality tree. I think that's the best tree I've had in a long ass time. Low key. Good tree. Some good tree. Besides the point. We get back to his house. I told Jake, hey, he trying to hotbox with us. And he doesn't want to do it, which respectable. I don't blame him. He's like, hey, I'm gonna go back to my house and I'm gonna wait. Um, just come back when you're done doing your thing. And me and him do our thing, man. We couldn't even finish half the fucking blunt, bro. That's how good that tree was. That za was quality, my boy. That shit was quality. But um, so we get done doing our thing. I'm not gonna lie, man. I get hit with the cotton mouth. I get slapped with the munchies, and I get slapped with the red eyes. So you already know. I asked my boy that I was hanging out with. I'm like, hey, you got some water? This dude gives me a fucking 5 gallon water jug, and it works, man. I chugged that shit. I can't even lie. I didn't chug a lot of it. Like I didn't chug like I chugged a lot of it for my fucking standards, but for the jug itself, that shit didn't even that shit wasn't even noticeable. But bro, I was shaking my ass off, bro. I was already having a little panic attack beforehand, and what's gonna happen later in this video made it fucking worse since I had a fucking babysit. But that's a little spoiler. I tell my homeboy, I'm like, hey, you trying to just drive around for a little bit, like just to calm me down? He agrees. We drive around. We go to this park. We do some donuts, and we go back. And this is where the story time really begins. So to my, I go back to Jake's house. I'm like, hey, we got done smoking. We went for a little ride because I was a little paranoid. But hey, the rest of the night is ours now. And he's like, all right, bet. He's like, dude, I was playing VR and it just started to kick in. I'm like, word. He's like, hey, you trying to walk back to 7-Eleven? I'm like, shit, bet. And we walked back. He brought money this time because beforehand he didn't buy anything because he had no money. So this time he had money and we just walked over there. And the walk was pretty nice. The walk wasn't even bad. Like he was actually like, I didn't even know like shit was gonna go down like that. Like the walk was actually really nice. We get there. I actually buy something. I buy a Lunchable. Not gonna lie, man. That Lunchable was that shit was good. That shit was good as fuck, man. That shit hit my stomach. So that I was like, bro, I need some grub in my tummy, and that was the grub that got to my tummy. But anyway, man, we go back to his house, and this is where everything started to go downhill, man. We get there. He's like, hey, can we go on a walk, bro? I'm not feeling good. Like, I'm freaking the fuck out. Like, I'm not feeling good. And the worst part is, man, his mom starts to call him. Like, not on the phone, but since the way the room we were in, it was kind of outside his house. Like, inside of his house was obviously inside, and then you go outside, and there's another room connected to another door. That's where we were. So his mom called him. He's like, "Oh no!" And he starts like freaking out a lot more. He goes in, has to do what he has to do, comes out, has his head like down, like he's not having a good time. I can already tell this is not gonna go good. And not even 5 minutes later, this dude gets up, runs to the bathroom, stops for some fucking reason. I'm like, "Bro, go, go, go!" Man, if he would have thrown up on the ground, man, I would have crashed the fuck out. Man, I can't do throw up in the toilet or hear it. If I see that shit on the ground, I'm crashing the fuck out. I would have crashed out. But he made it to the toilet. He made it. He did his thing. I was the one that had to fucking flush a thing. And shit was not going good already. I'm not gonna lie, shit was not going good. But that's not even the worst part, man. It happened again and again, again. It was like a cycle, man. He'd fall asleep and then he'd fucking wake up, throw up, and try go back to his couch and lay down. I tried my best to babysit the best I could, but look, man, I ain't the best at doing all that, man. I'm not. I'm not. I'm gonna be honest. Like I did my best. He said I did all right. I honestly don't believe him. I don't even remember what happened because I was blazed myself and I was already having my mini panic attack. So shit was just not going good, man. I let him sleep on the couch and I grabbed a fucking wood plank that I found like right next to this other door. Put it on the ground, lay down, put a jacket over me as a blanket, and try to go to sleep. And look, I fell asleep, but man, that next day, my back was hurting, my head was hurting, my neck was hurting, everything was hurting, man. Everything was just in pain. I was just like, man, what the fuck why do I have to go through this bullshit, man? Obviously, man, I love Jake. Like that's my boy. Like me and him. Even though he lives in another state, man, we still talk a fair bit, and like he's a really good dude, man. We go back a long time, but man, the last time I stayed the night at his house, man, that shit was just not it. But shit happens. You can't change the past, and man, the moral I have for this story is just pick pick the amount of shit you're gonna take if you're gonna take anything. Like I've said before, don't feel influenced to take some shit just because you heard it from a YouTube video. But just if you are and you just take it cautiously, man. At least know how much milligrams it's in the edible. At least know it's safe. And then, do what I said in the beginning. Take at least a quarter of it. If you're not feeling much, take the half. Don't take all of it, man. Because you're going to end up like my boy Jake, all slumped, all throwing up, and green in my boy. But yeah, man. Sorry this story was short and it really wasn't anything like too special. I kind of like try to post something last minute because I didn't want to leave y'all off with the I wouldn't upload for another whole month and stuff. But I promise, man, I'm gonna be coming with a better story tomorrow. The day after tomorrow. I promise y'all, man. Don't give up on me. I'm gonna be coming with bangers. But yeah, guys, that's it for this video. I'll see y'all later. Peace.